Hi guys, so this is the video for group 3 and group 4. So if you chose stock, the message was, the pace must abate before it's too late. So I think this is a card of not rushing into anything, not rushing forwards with something. Maybe you've heard the saying, take stock and consider your options. If any of you have been hearing that lately, that might mean something to you. So I was having a sip of my coffee. Let's have a look and see what the energy of this situation is. Too many. Oh gosh. Okay, with the Two of Wands, you probably have a decision to make. And with the Four of Cups, you're having a bit of a hard time with it. And it could be that it's becoming quite tiresome having to think so carefully about the things that you need to do. With that Two of Wands card there, that person needs to decide whether to stick with what they know. Oh look, and the World card came out. Whether to stick with what they know, or whether to move forwards in a direction that maybe it's unknown, but they can't really control the outcome of the situation because they don't really know what's going on, what will happen, what is likely to happen if they do. But can you see that there's the World card, the World here, and the World card, and this person kind of stuck in the middle of having to make a decision about the situation. And it looks as though whoever this reading is for is leaning more towards venturing off and going off into the unknown, but maybe having a bit of a hard time realising that this is the decision that is probably best for themselves, or having a hard time because they feel kind of quite disillusioned with things that have happened before when they've made choices. They might be feeling a little bit scarred from decisions that they've made previously, so it's giving some kind of hesitancy towards the situation. So whoever this is for, with slow down, the pace must abate before it's too late, take that as go in the direction that allows for this slowdown, or allows for this decision to be in favour of that considered more slow paced. So let me give you an example. It could be to do with a career person who is in a very, very, very demanding and high-powered situation. It takes a lot of their energy, it takes a lot of their time. Maybe they're not spending time on themselves. Maybe they are not spending time with the people that love them and who they love in return. And maybe they are, the position that they're in is taking everything that they have from their cups, and they don't really have anything to give. And they have been presented with an option that maybe allows them to travel with a map there. This is why I'm saying this, for example, overseas and with the World. Maybe it's the same or similar position, but it does involve leaving certain things behind. However, in the position in a different location, they may have more time to themselves, which allows them to take a more relaxed approach, which allows them to have more time for themselves, which allows them to spend time with the people who love them and on themselves, and actually get a little bit of time back so that they're not constantly running the rat race, so to speak. So if that situation resonates with you, it could be something similar to that. Take it and apply it to your situation, however it fits. So what blessings are here for you in this situation? What's coming in that you can use to kind of help you? One card fell on the floor. Again, don't know what's going on. You've got the opportunity to... Oh, look. With the Wheel of Fortune here, you have the opportunity to allow that wheel to spin now. So, making a choice to go in this direction of something that is taking you towards a more slow pace of life, and running towards that direction with this Knight of Swords, is going to allow this conflict to subside and ease with the Five of Wands there. So, like, whatever choice you make will now allow the wheel to spin. The wheel's always spinning, but sometimes it can get a little bit stuck. And you can feel a little bit stuck, but it always has to spin because life has to change and things have to move on. Right? There has to be movement. There can't be stagnancy. With stagnancy comes disillusionment. You're bored. You're not feeling yourself. It's like if a river was just to be stuck and it wasn't flowing, what would happen to the water in there? Stagnant water. It's not good. It's not healthy, right? Things would die. The wildlife in the river would not survive, and there would become a kind of probably a stench coming from the river, and it just would not be a pretty situation. So it has to move. Things have to move on forwards all the time so that they don't become stagnant. And in this situation, it has to move forwards in terms of being able to help you to take stock of your life in some way and to slow down in some way. And the Knight of Swords here might be a message coming in that might help to guide you. It could be a person. It could be something coming in, especially with the swords. It could be something coming in that's going to give you some intellectual guidance in terms of how to move forwards. But it just also could be talking about the pace. And I asked about blessings, right? And with the Five of Swords here, it's like making a choice here with the Two of Wands will allow the wheel to spin, which will allow some kind of speedy resolution to this conflicting situation. It could be internal conflict because it's wands. So it could be to do with creativity and passion and things like that. And your kind of like internal fire energy. Or it could be external. So it could be, for example, with the little situation that I gave you earlier of the example, it could be spinning this wheel is going to allow a resolution between, if you've been arguing with people because they've not been happy that you've been spending so much time doing your job, for example, and they're feeling left out or they're feeling worried about you, and it's causing conflicts in that situation. So it could be something like that. It sounds like a little bit of a specific message for somebody as well that I'm talking to. So if this is you, so what I'm asking now is, what's the advice in this situation? What's the advice in this situation? The Ace of Pentacles came out. That is about a new beginning. And can you see the circle shape, which is in alignment with the wheel, which is also in alignment with the world? So if you've got something taking you in a new direction, this looks like advice to go with that direction. And also to plant the seeds of something new. And this could be, because it's Pentacles, to do with your health and also to do with your financial situation. So, Oh, 2 came out. Oh, and it's towards something that you're really going to love because you've got the Knight of Cups there as well. Could be towards a person. Doesn't have to be, but this is passionate, heartfelt. This is kind of very much, this is like a, could be a romance card, could be a self-love card, but whatever it is in this new beginning, you would have that within it. And also the 2 of Pentacles came out, which I think is absolutely perfect for summing up this reading, look. Because again, you've got the circles, the wheels, asking you to spin, but this time it's saying to balance a situation. This is allowing something to not be weighted in one way. A bit more balance in the situation, rather than robbing Peter to pay Paul and putting, because the pace must abate before it's too late. This could be a representative of you doing something that's taking too much from you in one situation, and now it's asking you to balance it. And so the advice is to allow the wheel to spin, to allow a new beginning to happen there, look, with the Ace of Pentacles. And to realise that it won't be instantaneous, it won't be overnight, but it will be leading you to something that you will really love from a heart space, that you will be emotionally engaged with. Could be a person coming in for you. So if you're looking for love, that looks kind of really promising there. And also a balanced situation too. Okay, so I hope that helped. Make the choice that allows you to move forward in a way that allows you to take stock of life and slow things down. And there you will find a new beginning. Okay, so if this is where we part ways, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for letting me read for you. And if you feel called to, please give me a like or subscribe to the channel. Help me grow. And if this is where we part ways, I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye. Hi guys, welcome to your reading. If you chose Tuberose, which is desire, be certain of where you place your passion, then this is your reading. Welcome. So let's have a look at this card then. Be certain of where you place your passion. You know, when we desire something, it's not always really the truth. It could be just that something's caught our eye. So if this is to do with anything, like, for example, if you're in a relationship and your eye is caught by something, your head gets turned, and we're all human and people do this and there's no judgment here. If that's a situation that resonates with you, it's asking you to be certain of where you're placing your passion. It could also be to do with kind of like I'm trying to think of the word, how to say that, you know, like, oh, a passion project. So some people really, really love taking on projects, and sometimes they take on another project and another project and another project because things are shiny and new and interesting. And like the Tuberose, that's very flashy and showy, isn't it? And it can be quite distracting at times. So it might be just saying, think about it a little bit more before you place your full self and your full passion into it. But let's pull some cards and clarify and try to find out what's going on in this situation. So what's going on with Paul? Oh, Justice. Justice card came out. So yeah, be certain of where you place your passion. Is it an illusion, or is it real? Is it balanced? Is it unfair? You have the Six of Swords. I have the Ten of Pentacles. And you have, ooh, the Three of Wands. Okay. With the Justice card and the Six of Swords coming out together, the Six of Swords can talk about transition and movement towards something new. And in this situation, you probably think that moving in this direction is going to take you towards this 10 of Pentacles, which is like health, wealth, financial security, happy family, whatever that looks like for you. Happy life, you know, kind of a wish fulfillment. Nothing to say that there's really anything lacking in that situation. But with the Three of Wands, it's kind of like there's still some kind of hesitation because you think there's something else on the horizon, or maybe something else better coming along. So in this sense, how these cards came out together, I would say it's kind of like 90% that you're swayed towards making this decision to make some kind of transition or a change or to go somewhere with that Six of Swords, but there's still some hesitancy. However, I feel called to say this. For me in this deck, this is my yes card. So it could be, and this could be a message for somebody, and you must take it how it resonates because it's different. It could be different for everyone's situation. If you were kind of on the fence or on the shore, in this sense, hesitating towards going towards a new, going towards new horizons or not going, because that's my yes card, it could possibly be telling you to consider that a bit more, because that's perhaps a good idea. And especially with it saying be certain of where you place your passion. But let's have a look and see. So you're going to have to, obviously it's a general reading, apply it to how this fits into your situation. But I was asking now, in my head was saying, what are the blessings coming in? What are the blessings coming in? What are the blessings coming in that are going to help you in this situation to make a decision? That's too many. What are the blessings coming in that's going to help you to make a decision? Anything else? This is really interesting because look at these cards. The Empress talks about abundance, creation, giving life to a situation, being the nurturing, all-encompassing, loving kind of, I want to, like, mother figure, but it doesn't necessarily mean, it doesn't have to mean a mother. Like everything in huge abundance and having that energy there. And the Hierophant talks about kind of like really realizing that you do have your own internal guidance, but it could also mean like having some kind of a guide, or in terms of religion, having some kind of figure to look up to. And it could mean having like, you know, kind of a mentor or an elder or some sort of wisdom coming from somebody. But also that wisdom within, guiding you to like understand higher aspects of situations and spiritual enlightenment. And the devil could signify being kind of trapped into a situation, or it could talk about addictions, or it could talk about being anchored by temptation. You see how he's holding out his hand, asking you to come along for the ride. But the blessings are that everything is completely in reverse. So if this is to do with lessons that have been learned with regard to this devil energy or this Hierophant energy, like trusting in yourself, completely trusting in yourself after, with this Empress in reverse, being made to feel kind of less than in some way. With the rest of them in reverse, the blessings to me, this is saying that you don't need anything more than your own self and your own clarity of thought there with that Knight of Swords. Because what you've been through in the past has given you so much knowledge. And you've been probably burnt by a few things before. So you may have been tempted by something in the past, or you may have gone down a road where you believed in somebody, but they didn't really turn out to be who you thought they were. And you may have felt like your power had been taken by choosing these choices that you had been exposed to, or felt that was where your desire was at the time, or where your passion was placed. So it could have been a toxic relationship that you were distracted by, that kind of made you feel less than, with this Empress in reverse in some way, made you kind of doubt what you believed in some kind of way, pulled you down a kind of road of toxicity and just all out unpleasantness, made you feel bound to a situation which was resulting in this kind of loss of power in a way, because this really is a power card. This is like feeling yourself and being in yourself and being your creative power. So I think that the blessings in this situation are the fact that you've already been through these things and you do have clarity of thought, and this is a very sharp night. And I say sharp, I mean speedy and fast. This night can cut through any kind of BS, right? So how this links into this Tuberose desire, be certain of where you place your passion. You've been down that road before and you know what the effects are. But you're not going to do that again. So this weighing up of the situation, this should I or shouldn't I go, what's going to happen if I do this transition, is everything going to be okay on the other side of this kind of like choppy looking water? Will it get me to my 10 of Pentacles? This is a yes card. This is, yeah, you are kind of considering and being certain of where you are placing your passion, maybe with a bit more forethought than you had in this previous and past situation. But with the Knight of Swords, you know what to do, so don't worry about it. You can make a decision, and it's going to be a good decision, and it's going to send you forwards in the right direction, and it's going to be a clear decision. With the Devil card, this Two of Pentacles also came out in reverse, so it was like juggling. It could have been juggling feelings, emotions, not knowing what to do, not knowing what choice to make, feeling tired, feeling bound. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? Do I go this way? Do I go that way? Could have been to do with another person in the situation. But I think it's fine. And this Knight of Swords here is telling you that you've actually, everything that you've been through in the past has set you in good stead for being certain where you next do place your passion and where you next do decide to go on your next transition from A to B somewhere else, right? So let us ask what the advice is. You have the Four of Wands. Just put it there so you can see it. Oh my. Right. The Four of Wands, and you have the Ten of Wands. Wow, perfect card to come out. Your advice is to know that you can put down the burden of the things that you were carrying and holding on to from the past experiences, right? Those things that have made you feel less than. Those things, we'll look at these cards, I'll hold them up and show you in a second. Those things that have made you feel less than, those things that have taken away your power, those things that have, I don't know what's going on with your cards today. Sorry, just give me a second. Those things that have taken away your power, those things that have caused you to doubt what you thought and felt in a situation, whether you had a hard time trusting yourself, that's kind of all gone now. And this is saying, look, with the Four of Wands, you can dance, you can be happy, and you can have some stability. And this actually could be a marriage, a stable relationship, because it's a Four, look, a card of celebration, a card of dancing and singing and feeling absolutely, wholly, truly, truly happy, because you get to finally put down the burdens of the past with this Ten of Wands. Look how far she's come. This is how far you've come with all these cards in reverse here. Look, you've just really, you have done the journey. And you're nearly there, right at the end, and it's time to put that down and let the light in again. This is death and rebirth. This is not a card to be feared. This is a card to be celebrated. This is a new beginning for you. Look, all of this can be finally put to rest. And this new pathway that you go forwards with, being certain of where you place your passion because you are taking a considered approach, will allow you to start again. But look at the clarity through here. This is one of my favourite cards in this deck. Look at the clarity through there that you get to start over again with. And I was saying to you about clarity, look, with this Knight of Swords. This Knight of Swords can cut through anything in terms of a decision. It could be a message that's coming in that can help you to make a decision, a very clear message. You'll know what it is when you hear it. But it's saying that you get a chance now to put down all of these burdens of the past. Everything that you've been through has resulted in this really heavy burden being placed upon you and people who are along for the ride, right? But you can get to put them down now, because you can move forward into celebrations and joy and happiness and have a brand new beginning. As soon as you are certain of where you place your passion. So wow, that is a brilliant reading. So I really hope that you decide to consider your desires, if they're putting you in the right place, if they are actually yours, that they're true to what you think and believe in, because you've been through things in the past where they maybe weren't in alignment with your higher self, and you've probably felt the consequences of it. And now it's time, with the Ten of Wands, to put down the burden, move forward into happiness, and take this new beginning that's been presented here. So, well done. I feel like I need to congratulate you for how far you've come, Group 4. I hope that reading helped you in some way. I hope it resonated. Please do let me know in the comments. I would love to read about how it did, if it did. If this is where we part ways, thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for letting me read for you. And I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.